Hello, sweet ones, and welcome back to Embodied Divinity. Today's episode is a sacred invitation, a return, a remembrance. This one is for those who have been in the cocoon, the ones whose light has dimmed not because they're lost, but because they're becoming. This week, my own body and in the collective, I felt a deep shedding, a discomfort that feels like grief, like illness, like exhaustion. But underneath it is a stirring, a soft whisper rising from the depths saying, the real one is ready to return. And that's really what today's conversation is about, the return of the real one. The one beneath the performance, the one beneath the healer identity, the strong one, the mother, the father, the creator. This is a story of unshedding, of sacred grief and remembering yourself through the ache. So let's start by first taking a big, deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Really just letting your body sink into the here and now, becoming open to receiving what is meant for you. If you've been feeling like something deep in you is unraveling, but you don't know what it is or what is unraveling for you, I'm really glad you're here today. I've been super sick this week, laying in bed with all the tissues around me, unable to show up in my usual ways. And in the forced stillness, so much has come up. There's been grief and shame and a sense of not recognizing myself. And what I've realized is that I've been living in a shell for the last few years, a beautiful one, a sacred one, built from healing and motherhood and service and discipline, but not the full me, the wild one, the sensual one, the soft, playful, messy, deeply feeling one. That version of me has been underground, waiting, not necessarily gone, but tucked away until it felt safe. And I know I'm not the only one. In this moment, the world is shifting. Our identities are cracking. The personas we built for survival are no longer sustainable. And we're really being asked to shed it all right now. So I want to first talk about why this happens, why we forget the real one. As children, especially those of us born sensitive, intuitive, empathetic, we learn to read the room before we read ourselves. We learned to perform, to please, to protect others from their own discomfort. And for many of us, especially women, that meant becoming whatever we needed to be to feel safe or loved. The achiever, the caretaker, the cool girl, the strong one, the spiritual one. And we got so good at it. So good that we forgot it was a costume. We forgot that the real us was underneath it all. Until something broke or cracked or softened. And maybe it was illness, like it was the first time around with me when my body got diagnosed with cancer. Maybe it was a deep, earth-shattering heartbreak. Maybe it was motherhood or burnout or a spiritual awakening. But eventually we felt it. The shell no longer fit, and it hurt to keep pretending. And that's when we start journeying back. And I want to remind you that healing is a really beautiful, ever progressing cycle. It's like walking through a spiral. It feels like you're going around and around in the same circle, but you are making your way to the outer edge. I've been through this cycle many times before of becoming, remembering, stepping into a deeper version of the wild one, the creative one, the sensual one, finding my voice and my essence in different ways, in different hues and different flavors. And so if you've done this before, if you've been through this before, I want you to know it's okay that it's coming up again now. We're just going deeper. And I want to remind you of something very clearly here today. Being in the cocoon is not failure. It's not depression. It's not regression. It's not weakness. It's a sacred pause. It's where the caterpillar dissolves. And I want to highlight that word because we often see these videos of the caterpillar going into the cocoon, and then we see the chrysalis starting to break open, and then we see this butterfly emerge, but we never see what's happening inside that cocoon. And what's happening is the caterpillar is literally dissolving. Its bone structure, its way of being, it's dissolving and becoming this goo. Now imagine how that probably feels. And then that goo puts itself back together to form the butterfly. Okay, it's not this beautiful process. It dissolves to become the butterfly. That cocoon is the womb of the soul, the essence. And it can feel lonely. It can feel boring. It can feel scary, but I promise you, it's holy. Right now, I believe the earth herself is in the cocoon. And so many of us are feeling that too. Not quite who we were, not yet who we're becoming, sitting in the quiet dark asking, who am I if I'm not performing anymore? We're seeing this collectively. We've been shaken up to our core. The earth and the cosmos demanding our truth, our essence, our authenticity, and more than anything, our heart, our love. And that's what's going to ripple across the universe and change the world if we're brave enough to sit in the goo a while longer. I've had moments recently where I didn't want to be seen, not even by myself. I've had days where I felt like a shell, like someone who used to be magical and powerful and radiant, but had somehow faded. And it scared me, because who was I without that? But what I've realized is that I wasn't gone. I was resting. I was hibernating. I was integrating. I was unlearning the parts of me once again that were never mine. And in this stillness, I started to remember her. The real one. The original. The one who dances in the kitchen. The one who snorts when she laughs. The one who feels everything and still chooses to love. She's not lost. She's returning. So today, let's go through a little question and practice. Number one, I want you to ask yourself the question, who is the real you beneath the performance? Not the you who parents or partners or preaches or pleases. The you who comes alive when no one is watching. What does that version of you sound like? What does that version of you wear? How does that version of you move? And then a practice, write them a love letter. Tell that version of you you're sorry for hiding them. Tell them you miss them, that you're ready for them to return. And then let that version of you speak back. Let them write you a letter saying what they need, what they want, what it would take for them to feel safe enough to truly rise. The unshedding isn't about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you were before the world told you who to be. The real you is more powerful than your performance, more lovable than your persona, more whole than your trauma. Worthy of love exactly as you are, even sick in bed, even tear-stained, even unsure. You don't have to be clean to be worthy. You don't have to be strong to be sacred. You just have to be real. If this resonated with you today, if you felt the ache in your belly or the tears behind your eyes, please know you are not alone. And this week I have some really special sacred offerings. First, a guided cocoon ceremony, a meditation to walk you into the womb of the earth and help you shed layers that are ready to fall. It's called the unshedding. And it will be available Wednesday on my Substack, YouTube, on every podcast platform. And then later this week, the womb of becoming, a deeper activation of really just allowing yourself to become all that you are. And as always, I have really informative, engaging articles on my Substack all week around this particular topic, and guided notes every day on Substack that will allow you to just feel held and seen. And if you'd like to go deeper, my book, Breathe Deep and Plan on Miracles, and my Inner Child Oracle cards are beautiful companions on this journey, and they were created for these exact in-between seasons. And you can find them in the link and wherever you're listening to this. I want you to remember that this is a moment. Don't rush it. Don't skip it. Let it change you. Because what's coming is that version of you, the real one, and they are so ready. Thank you for being here, sweet one, and thank you for being real. As always, breathe deep and plan on miracles. Talk soon.